Hi, it's November 2012 and we're here in St. Petersburg at the new Pulkovo International Airport. This is a project we won in 2007 for a new combined domestic and international terminal designed for 17 million passengers a year. The building's being constructed behind me. This is the first phase of the project for 12 million passengers a year and should be finished in December 2013. When we started this project we had two thoughts. Why is it when you arrive at airports you feel like you could be anywhere in the world? And secondly, why do they always celebrate departure and not arrival? We concluded that this was because airports are designed around planes and not people. We wanted the gateway to St. Petersburg to be different. The concept for the building came from the city. The city inspired us in many ways, from the gilded roofs of the churches within the city which catch the low-angle sun, to the angular geometry of Soviet stars, and the elaborate rooms that you get in the Hermitage Museum. We divided the terminal floor plates into two parts, the first for check-in and security and the second for the departures lounge. We did this for several reasons. Firstly, to reflect St. Petersburg as a city of islands and bridges, and the second, to celebrate arrival by providing a void over the baggage reclaim area to allow arriving passengers to experience the terminal. We considered the airport as the first and the last civic space within the city, and this is part of a procession of spaces that includes the city and back to the airport. We are now going to show you the progress so far and talk about the ideas behind our cladding and roof designs.
To the front and the back of the building, we've developed large civic windows. These are reminiscent of those found on the high streets of St. Petersburg itself. The civic windows help frame views both in and out of the terminal when arriving and departing. Environmentally, there were two issues that we had to deal with. The first was the temperature outside, but also the low-angle sun, which can cause problems with glare and the internal environment. The design of the facades at Pulkovo had to deal with both environmental and technical challenges. This resulted in two different solutions, one for the front and back, and one for the sides. Sides of the building face north and south. For this reason, we've chosen to use a mixture of solid and transparent materials. These are hard-working facades, so using solid material allows us to put accommodation close to the edges of the building without affecting its appearance externally.
Our starting point with the roof was to create an external surface that was flat, that would work in terms of reducing the snow loads by creating an even distribution of weight across the roof and limit the amount of drifting. This flat external datum allowed us to then create the expression of structure below so that the passengers could experience the volumes and spaces of the structure. To maximise the structural efficiency of the roof, we then folded it back at key points. We used this language of folding to take weight away from the midspan and then to create more space and height for the passengers in the key spaces. Importantly, this dramatic vaulted roof creates new rooms within the terminal, rooms that echo the key important spaces of St. Petersburg, the squares of the Hermitage and the other spaces on Nevsky Prospect. Each roof structure is separated into linear bays by a continuous roof light. Following the main passenger flows, these linear roof lights allow passengers to orientate themselves within the building while getting natural light deep into the heart of the arrivals area. These gilded gold light deflectors reference the architecture and spires of St. Petersburg. The gilded gold light is a direct reference to the skyline that we see around this beautiful city.
This building represents a point of departure for Grimshaw. We are known for our expressive structures and attention to detail. We wanted to keep all of those elements, the practicality and the buildability and our interest in sustainability, but also try to make this building more about form and space.
As we leave St. Petersburg and look back at the terminal, even with temporary cladding on the underside of the roof to protect the steelwork during the winter, we can begin to see its striking angular form. We are looking forward to returning to St. Petersburg next year and seeing the terminal completed.